There's a sense of joy that comes from when you're finally entering your 20s. Turning 18 is fun, but it also feels like you're in the start of this weird purgatory stage. You're legally an adult. You can vote, you can work, you can sign your life away to student loans, you can fight and die for the country, but you still can't drink, and you still feel like you're on the outside looking in, waiting for somebody to finally let you in the door of adulthood. Eventually though, that golden year comes. The training wheels come off and you finally feel like you can do almost anything you want. You can go out when you want, you can build the life exactly the way you want it to be. You finally feel like you have a little bit of freedom. But then this weird loneliness creeps in, and it's not all at once. It's slow, it's quiet. You start to notice the people around you are also changing. Friends you grew up with move away. Some may have went to school, or some may have went straight into the workforce. Some may have gotten into a relationship and lost themselves entirely in that. Some become different people entirely. Some stay close but feel thousands of miles away emotionally. These friendships never end in any big brawl or fight, but people still start taking longer and longer to reply. I think part of what makes our 20s so confusing is that everybody acts like adulthood begins at some super specific moment. Like, you turn 18 or 21 or get your first apartment, and all of a sudden you're supposed to wake up and feel like a real person. But in reality, it doesn't work like that. Adulthood is less like walking through a door and more like slowly coming to terms with the fact that nobody is going to make your dentist appointment for you. And the weird thing is, while you're growing up and trying to figure out who you are, everyone else is trying to figure out who they are too. But nobody's doing it at the same pace. One of your friends is still in school. One of them's working at a job they hate. One of them's getting married soon or has a kid on the way. One of them's too depressed to respond to any text. One of them you don't really even recognize anymore, and they don't really recognize you anymore either. When we're younger, friendship is convenient in a way that we don't fully appreciate until it's gone. You see the same people every day. You sit next to each other in class, or at lunch, or you'll walk together in the hallways, or stay up all night on FaceTime together. There's no need to schedule connection because your life has already been built solely around seeing each other. Friendships just kind of happen. They live in the school hallways and cafeterias, in the backseat of someone's mom's car, and someone else's mom's living room, or Xbox parties, or group chats that never stop blowing up. But one day, without realizing it, that structure just kind of vanishes. There's no more class schedule putting you together. There's no more lunch table shenanigans. The reasons for seeing each other kind of just disappear. Now, the friendship has to survive on purpose instead of proximity. And that's where things get hard. Being an adult means everybody has their own schedule now. You finally have an off day, but that's when one of your friends works. The other one has an appointment or school, and the other one says they'll be free next month, but next month turns into the other month, and another month turns into a year, and so on and so on. It's not always personal, I know that. Sometimes nobody is doing anything wrong. People just have their own shit to worry about. They're tired, or they have bills, or they have things they need to manage, or they just need a mental health day. People have jobs that take from them more than they ever thought it would have. People have lives that don't automatically overlap with yours anymore. But even when you understand it, it still hurts. Knowing why someone is distant doesn't make them feel any less distant. I think that's where the resentment starts to build. It's not the loud kind, because you don't hate your friends or anything. It's more of this quiet frustration. Like, I miss you, but I'm tired of asking. I know you're busy, but I'm busy too. I know life is hard, but why do I feel like I'm the only one trying to keep this alive? And then you start overthinking everything. Like, who texted first last time? Who canceled on who? Who rescheduled? Who watched your story but didn't reply? Who made time for someone else but not you? And you feel childish for caring, but you still care. Because friendship is one of those things that makes you feel immature for needing it, but everyone needs it. There's a specific kind of sadness that comes from missing people who are still in your life. It's like mourning the loss of someone who's still breathing. They aren't gone. You could text them at any time. You'll probably even see them sometimes eventually. But the version of the friendship you once had is gone. The closeness is gone. The routine is gone. The ease is gone. No one ever teaches you how to mourn something that never officially died. It feels entirely too dramatic to say, I miss us, when nothing really happened. No one betrayed anyone. No one is blocked. There was no big fight, no screaming or crying. Life just kept moving. And somewhere in all of that movement, you stop being each other's everyday people. I think it's one of the hardest parts about becoming an adult. realizing that love isn't enough anymore. You can love someone and still drift apart from them. You can care about someone and not know how to fit in their life anymore. You can have history with someone and then just start to feel like strangers. But that doesn't mean the friendship was fake. It just means proximity was doing more heavy lifting than you realized. When life removed the convenience, the friendship had to become intentional. And not every friendship survives that situation. Your 20s are weird because everything is in motion. Everyone is leaving something behind. Everyone is becoming something. Everyone is trying to figure out what truly matters to them. And because of that, friendships start changing form. Some people you see every now and then, some people only exist in your memory. Some people you only speak to whenever something major happens. Some people become strangers who know all of your secrets. Some become closer than ever because you chose to keep showing up for each other, while others leave your life without ever giving you a clean ending. I don't think adult friendship is hopeless. I just think it's a lot less automatic. When you're younger, friendship can survive on convenience, but the older you get, the more it has to rely on intention, and that's a lot harder. It means making plans even when you're tired. And on the other hand, not taking canceled plans to heart and telling yourself that nobody really cares. It means being honest when you miss someone. It means accepting that not everybody is going to come with you to every version of your life. It means realizing that friendships changing doesn't mean they failed. It just means that the shape of them can't always stay the same. And maybe that's the part I'm still trying to learn. Maybe adulthood isn't just about becoming independent. Maybe it's about learning how to love people without constant access to them. How to miss people without resenting them. How to let some friendships become memories without convincing yourself that they never meant anything. And how to keep showing up for the ones that still feel worth choosing. Because friendships in your 20s are weird. They're easier to lose, they're harder to maintain, and they're entirely less convenient than they were when we were kids. But maybe the good ones become more real because of that. Not because you see each other every day, but because even through work, school, bills, exhaustion, or life pulling you different directions, you still find your way back to them.